Hello everyone, welcome to ABC Interactive English. I'm Mike.
I'm Rainbow.
And today it is part 2 of our article about apologizing. You know what I learned yesterday?
What?
Apologizing isn't just saying sorry.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. When you make a mistake, when you have some kind of big mistake or accident or thing that you did wrong, a problem that you created, and especially if it's affected someone close to you, a loved one, family member, friend, coworker, you need to know how to apologize and repair any relationships you may have damaged by your bad actions. Now, earlier you were saying that there are some things that you look for or you think make up a good apology.
So, yeah, when there's a conflict, I always want to figure out what the other person's really thinking.
Oh, okay.
So I have to ask and confirm what made you upset? How did you feel? What did I say? Which part of it? Because I think it's important to know the values of another person. Often when there's a problem, it's not on purpose.
Oh, okay.
We're not trying to hurt each other, but there was a difference in the way we understand something.
I see.
And what we think is important.
Okay.
So just check with the other person. Hey, can you explain what made you upset? And then giving the other person a chance to say how they feel. And then afterwards, I would say, okay, I'm very sorry that made you upset. Here's what I can do next time differently.
I see. That's a good point because as there are millions of people in the world, there are many different things that will get people upset that maybe wouldn't upset others.
Exactly.
So you're right. Sometimes someone gets angry and you're like, what are you angry about? So you have to find that out.
Yeah, investigate.
And even if it's something that wouldn't bother you,
it's okay.
If they are angry about it, you have to treat it with respect.
Yes.
Because you're angry about that? Oh, that's nothing. Come on, grow up. No, it could be really important for them. So you're right. Showing empathy, showing understanding, or trying to understand another person's feelings is a good way to get you to that good apology that will hopefully start to repair things and improve your relationship in the future. So let's bear that in mind as we get some really good, useful tips on how to make a good apology. In a good apology, you show that you're responsible for your actions. You don't make any excuses. Also, you don't blame the hurt people. When you hurt those people, you probably felt really bad. You need to let them know that. So, you need to show regret in your apology. All right, so if apologizing isn't just saying sorry, what is it? Let's read on to find out. It says, in a good apology, you show that you're responsible for your actions. We talked about being responsible, taking the blame for what you did, not trying to say, oh, it wasn't me or it was that guy, it's not my fault. No, you're taking responsibility for your actions. Maybe it was totally bad luck and a mistake.
Yeah,
right?
It's possible.
But if you've hurt the other person, you really need to just say, I'm sorry, no matter what actually happened.
Agreed. Here's the most important thing. The next sentence, you don't make any excuses. Also, you don't blame the hurt people. So don't say, oh, I was late. Oh, but it's because, or I was mean, but it's because. That's an excuse. Just say, I'm sorry. An excuse is a reason that says you're not wrong, but the other person or something else happened and you have no fault. It wasn't my problem. That's an excuse. So an excuse is a reason, but it's not a very good reason. It just sounds like you are saying, don't blame me.
That's right. And if you're trying to look for an excuse, you don't want to be blamed. And to blame is sort of like to point your finger and say, who did this bad thing? Or why did this bad thing happen? That person, or that's why. That is to blame. You're putting responsibility for a bad thing or a bad action on a person or a thing or a situation. You can blame yourself, that's okay. It's kind of like taking responsibility, right? But if you're trying to sort of avoid the responsibility, it wasn't me, it was that guy, or it was the weather, or it was the moonlight, or it was the boogie. Don't blame it on me, blame it on the boogie. That's a famous song. You can't blame things on the boogie. You can blame other people, you can blame yourself, but don't try to avoid the blame. And yes, we can use blame as a noun as well. It's responsibility for a bad action or a bad event or something like that. Here's another thing to think about. When you hurt those people, you probably felt really bad. In your heart, you felt really bad. You know that person will be hurt, and you don't like to have that happen, even if it was because of you. So you need to let them know that. You need to let them know that you feel bad, you feel responsible, you are blaming yourself. You need to be able to express that. You might feel really bad for hurting my feelings, but if you don't say that you feel bad, I can't read your mind. I might think that you don't really care. So if you do care, express it. I think people will think more of you if you take the blame, not less of you.
So you need to show regret in your apology. I am sorry. I also feel very bad. I wish I had not done that, and I won't do it again. These are all things to show regret. Regret means feeling sorry for something that you did not want to have happened in the past. RE means again, so it's thinking back again on something in the past and saying, I want to go back and change that, but because I can't, I just want to tell you that I do regret it. It means I wish that we didn't have to experience that, or I didn't do that. Let's take a quick break and we'll come right back to our article. No regrets.
Last but not least, you must offer to repair your relationship. That can be replacing the hurt people's things, or you can promise not to make the same mistake again. Apologies are important, so make yours good ones.
All right, we are back with the perfect apology. We have said sorry, we have taken the blame, we have expressed how badly we feel about this to the person we have hurt. So far, I think this is a pretty good apology, but there's a bit more we can do to try to really fix that broken or damaged relationship.
Last but not least, you must offer to repair your relationship. That can be replacing the hurt people's things. If I broke something, then I should offer to pay for it after saying sorry. To offer means not somebody asking you, but you saying, hey, you're the one who's extending the offer. You're the one who's saying, I will pay. How do you feel? To offer is to give somebody something. Instead of taking, you are the one that's giving it to them. You can offer an apology. I am sorry. You can offer to fix it. I will pay for it. Or you can offer to buy a new one. I will buy a new one since I broke it.
There you go. And of course, that is the simple thing and the right thing to do. Yes, if it's another person's property, if I borrow Rainbow's laptop and I drop it or lose it or it gets stolen, I should at least offer to buy her a new one. She might be very kind and say, oh, well, that one was old. Just give me a little bit of money and I'll buy a new one, which would be very nice, but I should at least say, let me get you another one or fix this one,
pay for it.
Make it okay again.
That's
or
right.
Sometimes we do things that maybe don't hurt things, but hurt people's feelings, hurt our relationships, maybe hurt someone's trust. They will find it hard to believe us in the future. So in that case, you need to fix things in a little bit of a different way, or you can promise not to make the same mistake again. If I am late for something, if I am irresponsible, if I don't keep my promise, and this hurts someone's feelings, I can say, look, I know I didn't keep my promise. This hurt your feelings. I will never do this again. And then, of course, make sure that you stick with that thing that you have promised. Because when we promise something or make a promise, we can use it as a noun too. We are basically saying, believe my words, trust my words, know that I'm not lying, and I won't change what I'm saying or change what I do in the future. I promise to do this in the way that people, when they get married, promise to love each other until the end of time or something like that. They mean this, and they want everyone who hears the words to believe these words because they are being really honest and really serious about what they're saying.
All right, so in the end, the article says apologies are important, so make yours good ones. Definitely think about it, plan it out, think about how you're going to say it, prepare and imagine what the other person would say and respond with kindness. Then you'll have a very good apology and repair the relationship.
Absolutely. And doing an apology well, apologizing well, can save you a lot of trouble and heartache in the future.
And you feel good too.
That's right. You can avoid major problems with future relationships if you know how to apologize at the time when something happens. Everyone will feel better, faster, and the relationship will heal more fully, and that will carry you on into a happier future with yourself and your friends. We promise. We do promise. We do. We promise. This is true stuff.
We promise.
Absolutely. Because we're all human, but we should also know how to apologize. It makes for better humans. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll see you back here soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you in the future. We promise.
Bye.
We promise. We'll be back. Bye.
In a good apology, you show that you're responsible for your actions. You don't make any excuses. Also, you don't blame the hurt people. When you hurt those people, you probably felt really bad. You need to let them know that. So, you need to show regret in your apology. Last but not least, you must offer to repair your relationship. That can be replacing the hurt people's things. Or you can promise not to make the same mistake again. Apologies are important, so make yours good ones.
Hi, I'm Tina. 我们来看这一课的重点单字。第一个 blame 动词责怪归咎于。Judy blamed me for this mistake. Judy 把这个错误归咎于我。下一个单字 regret 名词懊悔后悔。She left her job with no regrets. 她毫无后悔的离职。下一个单字 offer 动词主动提出提议。My father offered to buy me a new bike. 我爸爸提议要买一台新的脚踏车给我。最后一个单字 promise动词保证允诺。Linda promised to return the book by Friday. Linda 保证星期五前会还书。接着我们来看重点文法。第一个 make excuses 找借口编理由。excuses 当作一连串的借口这个意思的时候，横用复数。我们来看看这个例句。John tried to make excuses for his lateness. John 试图为他的迟到找借口。Lateness 指的是迟到。下一个文法 Last but not least 最后但同样重要的。Last 指的是最后的，和 least 程度最少的、最小的一样，在这里都是副词。我们来看看这个例句。Last but not least, don't forget to turn off the lights before you leave. 最后同样重要的是，离开前别忘了关灯。以上就是这一课的重点单字跟文法，我们下一课再见，拜拜。
Hey, 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 it's KiWi on the street. I'm Kiki.
And I'm Winnie.
We know there are a lot of English phrases that we can use in our daily lives.
Now let's go ask some friends. 好，今天第一个题目，自以为是，装模作样。
I guess it's put on airs.
Put on airs? Put on airs.
Put on airs?
Put on airs.
Maybe put on airs?
自以为是，装模作样。装模作样。装模作样。
Think is put on the spot.
Put on the spot. Are you correct? Oh no, it was put on airs, okay?
Okay.
Next one, are you ready?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm ready.
与世隔绝。
Live under a rock.
You want to change your answer?
No. Live in a rock.
Live in a rock?
Live in a rock.
Live in a rock. Are you sure? Yes. Really?
Very sure.
Okay.
Maybe.
Live in a rock?
It's live under a rock.
与世隔绝.
Live under a rock?
Is it live under a rock? Who lives under a rock? Patrick
Star.
lives under a rock. Patrick Star lives under a rock. Ding ding ding. 那我们今天学到了什么呢? Let's take a look at the phrases we learned today. The first one is put on airs. And this means to act as if one is better or more important than others. The phrase comes from the French word air, which means to appear to look or be like something else. So, when you put on airs, you're trying to act like you are better than everyone else. An example would be, ever since she married the mayor, she has been putting on airs. The second phrase we learned today is live under a rock. Imagine if someone has been hiding or living under a rock, away from other people, away from the internet. They are missing out on everything that's happening away from their rock. This phrase, live under a rock, means to be unaware of things that most people know about, especially things in popular culture and trends. For example, you have to have been living under a rock if you don't know BTS. Well, these are the phrases that we learned today. KiWi later.